everybody. David G here, and welcome to another edition of DG's Daily Dose. I'm really excited to be bringing you a very good friend of mine from the Austin area named Ryan Levesque. Ryan was introduced to me by Neville Medora quite a few years ago. Cool thing about Ryan, he's generated over 2.8 million leads, 175,000 customers in 17 different markets in the last 23 months alone. He used 4 slightly unusual surveys to do this, and it's using a formula he calls the survey funnel formula. So Ryan's a super brainiac who is an Ivy League graduate who just decided to drop out of corporate America and figure out the entrepreneurial world, and just the nicest guy ever. Smartest, nicest, most well-balanced guy I know. Sends me gifts at Christmas, completely, he's just super cool guy. So pleasure to have you here, Ryan. How are you today?
I'm awesome, man. Always thrilled to be talking with you, my friend.
Yeah, likewise. So let's keep this quick.
Sure.
I'm going to set my timer for 3 minutes from now, because it's probably been a minute in, and ask you one question. You have 1 minute to tell the world your best advice. Go.
Cool. Well, I operate in an online world, and I eat, sleep, breathe, dream about surveys all day, every day. My big piece of advice would be this. If you have a business online where you are acquiring leads, you're bringing people into your world, into your business, you're asking people for their name, their email, instead of doing what everybody in the world does, which is what? It's, hey, check out my free report. It's the best thing since sliced bread. Just give me your name and email, and I'll give you a copy of the report. Instead of doing that, if you take a contrarian approach and you say, hey, listen, I don't know you, and I don't know if I can help you. But if you take just a few minutes to answer a few simple questions about who you are, what you're struggling with, and what you'd like to achieve, I'll put you in touch with the best match solution that I know of based on your particular situation. If you take just that approach philosophically and implement it technically, I just challenge you to see what type of results that you get relative to what everybody else is doing out there, which is, again, raising their hand and saying, look at me, look at what I do, my solution is the best. So how are we on time? What kind of additional time do I have?
You got 20 seconds left. So let me ask you this. How does that translate over to someone who isn't an entrepreneur or an internet marketer, like for the game of life?
It's a great question. So this applies to the game of life perfectly, because if you've ever been to a dinner party or a quote unquote networking event, or if you've met people, what do most people do? You meet someone, and Dave, you're the king of this. You're so good at this. You meet people. Most people, what happens? You ask them, what do you do for a living? And they go in and say, this is what I do, and here's why it's the best. And everyone goes into kind of like that braggy mode where they say, my things are the coolest thing ever. If instead of doing that, if you ask people, again, questions to figure out what's meaningful to them, what's important to them, tell me a little bit more about what you do. How is that working out? What are you struggling with? What are you looking to do? And then when they say, well, what do you do, Ryan or Dave? You say, well, it's interesting that you bring that up. You know what you're struggling with right now? I actually help people do X, Y, Z. Because what have you done? You've taken what would have otherwise been a generic introduction, and you've reframed it as something that's relevant and relative to where they are in the world. And if you can take that same approach offline and translate it online, you've written your ticket, my friend.
I love it. Because my mom used to always say, it's not what you know, it's who you know. And then I always kind of lived by that. And then I had a mentor who said, dude, it's not who you know, it's who knows you. And then another mentor said, actually, I'll take it, timer just went off, I'll take it another layer and say, it's not who knows you, but why do they know you? Because do they know you for being a total douchebag, or do they know you because you consistently bring value and smiles and good stuff to the world? So on that note, that's who you are. And I appreciate you. Thank you for being such an awesome friend, such a good member of our community, and hugs to Tylene and your kiddos, one on the way, and all the good stuff. Congratulations on your new home. Where can people find out more about you as we say goodbye?
They can go to thefunnelspecialist.com. There I've got a free email that I send out every single day with basically what I'm doing in the markets that I'm in. You can kind of follow along and see what tips that you can apply into your business. So thefunnelspecialist.com.
All right. Thank you so much, Ryan. Have a good one.
Awesome, man.